नमो ओम विष्णुपाद कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So Devahuti is bringing up a very important philosophical point. She is saying that she worked, she performed her varieties of duties, but with the aim of sense gratification. And thus, that kind of work, that kind of duties, which has not finally led her to liberation, is actually simply a waste of time. So she is saying, Neha yat karma dharmaya, that karma, that occupational duties, that activities, which does not lead to religious life, and then that religious life na vairagya kalpate, that religious life, if it does not lead to renunciation, and then that renunciation na tirtha pada sevai, if it doesn't lead to devotional service of the Lord, then actually it is waste. Jivan api mrito hi saha. Then it is to be considered, person is living, he is working, he is enjoying his life, sense gratification, everything is there. But actually he is as good as dead. So very interesting. You see the kind of link she has given. Work should lead to religious life. Religious life should lead to renunciation. Renunciation should lead to devotional service of the Lord. Then it is meaningful. Suppose, let us say, one is doing the work. That work doesn't lead to religious life. That work we are doing is only for sense gratification. Then it's a waste of time. Similarly, let us say, for example, the work leads to religious life, but then it becomes ritualistic. One is leading a religious life, he is working also and he is leading a religious life, but it does not lead him to renunciation. That is also cheating religion. That is no use. And let us say somebody is working, that work leads him to religious life. Religious life leads him to renunciation. But that renunciation doesn't lead him to devotional service of the Lord. Even that renunciation is falgu renunciation. It's a false renunciation. What is the use of that kind of renunciation? So factually, whatever activities we do should lead us to religious life. Religious life should lead us to renunciation, and renunciation should lead us to devotional service of the Lord. That is how it should be. Otherwise, as Prabhupada is quoting in the purport, Prabhupada is saying in Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Yagna arthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. If the work, whatever work we are doing, if it is not performed for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord, it will ultimately lead to bondage. Yagna arthat karmano. Karmano means whatever activities we are doing, it has to be aimed in satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yagna artha, it should be for His satisfaction, satisfaction of Supreme Lord. Karmano, karmana should be done for that. Otherwise, anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. It will simply lead to material bondage. So this is how it should be performed. Actually, this is very important because as a preachers, we have to understand these fundamentals. We cannot expect everybody to join the temple. It may be impractical. But how we can guide people so that they can be engaged in their karma, but gradually it should lead them to devotional service of the Lord. Correct? It is so important for us to understand how we should preach to the people. So, why this is important? Why occupational duty should be performed in such a way that it should lead to devotional service of the Lord? Why it is required? Why the Vedic society, the Vedic system was aimed like this only? That yes, there is division of work is there. Somebody is performing Shudra work, somebody is performing Brahmana work, somebody is doing Kshatriya's work. But the whole idea was everybody, while engaged in their own occupational duties, they all gradually worship the Supreme Lord. You see? So why this is important? Why the Vedic system was like this? This is because our constitutional position, constitutional dharma. Prabhupada explains what is the real meaning of dharma, right? Now there are two dharmas. One is the dharma of the soul, pure living entity. Another is dharma while we are bound in this material body. Dharma has become little different now when we are bound in this material body. Because now we require to satisfy our belly. We have to maintain the body and the soul together. We have to maintain family life, whatever, different. Some kind of sensual enjoyment is there. So, the idea is, now when we have become encased in material body, at this time, whatever activities you are performing, those activities you should perform which will evoke our original dharma. Prabhupada gives a very wonderful example. In the Vedic society, the boys and girls were married at a young age, and practically they had no attraction with each other. But the system was so that sometimes the girl would visit the house of the boy, and then the parents would make her to serve the boy in different way. So that those activities will gradually make them to arouse liking of each other. You see? That means those activities were performed. Let us say she will be asked to serve water, or she will be asked to make food for him. So gradually they will develop that attraction, which is already there. Attraction between male and female is already there. that has to be aroused with certain activities. Similarly, originally, our constitutional duty, constitutional karma, constitutional activity of the soul is to serve Krishna. Now, it has become topsy-turvied, it has become perverted. Now we are thinking, I have to serve myself, I have to serve my senses. So now we are in a diseased condition. If we have to go back to our original position, the activities have to be performed very carefully. If these activities are not performed carefully, we will end up more suffering. Just like a diseased person, his activities should be regulated. He is given a prescription by the doctor. The doctor gives him a prescription. Don't do like this, do like this, don't do like this. Take this. Correct? Certain things positive will be given, certain negative things will be given. Some do, some don't. And then gradually, if he follows that prescription, he comes to a healthy life. Similarly, now in the conditioned life, we are in a diseased condition of life. So activities have to be prescribed. Not that whatever we like, we do activities. Prescribed duties should be done. And they have to be done under the direction of the scriptures and the spiritual master. That is called Varnashrama Dharma. If they are performed like that, then gradually, automatically, we will develop attraction for Krishna Katha. Who will quote the verse from Bhagavatam, which explains about that if dharma means occupational duties, do not give rise to attraction for Krishna Katha, it is a waste of time. It's a waste of life. Dharma swanushtitaha pumsam vishvaksena katha suyaha notpadayate yadi ratim shrama evahi kevalam. Dharma swanushtitaha pumsam. In mankind, pumsam, whatever occupational duties we are performing, if it does not aim at the Supreme Lord, and if it does not arouses in our life, Vishvaksena Katha Suyaha, Sukatha of Lord Krishna, if we do not develop ratim, taste for that, then whatever activities you are performing is a waste of time. So, the activities were given in such a way that gradually we will develop attraction for Krishna Katha. That was the whole idea. And that is what Devahuti is saying. Karma, activities we are doing only for sense gratification, and it is not leading to religious life. Religious life is not leading to renunciation, and renunciation is not leading to Krishna consciousness. It is simply waste. Then we are living, we may be breathing, but it is as good as dead. Life is as good as dead. So that kind of activity is required. Then one may wonder, but in Kali Yuga, where are those kind of activities happening? Where is Varnashrama possible? Isn't it? Actually, there was a discussion between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Raya. It's a very interesting discussion. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to bring about what is the most important activity one should be doing in this present age of Kali Yuga, so that he attains perfection of life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him the question, you tell me, what is sadhya and what is sadhana? Sadhya means what is to be attained in our life and how one should attain. What is that sadhana? What is the means to attain that? So yes, Sadhya is we have to attain Krishna Prema. That is our ultimate goal of life. That is what we should attain. Correct? Who will recite that verse from Bhagavatam, which says that is the ultimate goal of life, of all humanity? Savai pumsam paro dharmo yator bhakti radokshaje. That is the highest dharma, to attain devotional, pure devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Ahetuki, apratihata, that which has no material cause, that which cannot be hampered materially. Yayatma suprasidati, that will actually satisfy the soul. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, what is sadhya and what is sadhana? So he said, yes, sadhya is that we have to attain devotional service to the Lord, loving devotional service to the Lord. And then he started describing what is sadhana. He began with varnashrama dharma. He said, this is sadhana. We have to divide the society into 4 varnas and 4 ashramas. Who knows that verse which he quoted? Yes, varnashrana acharvat purushena parahapuman Vishnu aradhyate pumsam pantha. Right? He said one should perform the duties according to varna and ashrama, which finally aims at Vishnu aradhyate pantha, which aims at worshipping the Supreme Personality of God. That means, actually the whole idea of varnashrama is to worship Supreme Lord Vishnu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately rejected that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, very nicely Prabhupada describes this. He said, okay. Eho bahya आगे कहा आरा. He said, this is all external. If you know something more deeper, more important, please recite. Because Prabhupada explains why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, in Kali Yuga, Kalau Shudra Sambhavat. Everybody is in the position of Shudra. Shudra means one. Shudra means only fill up the belly and take rest lazily. Or work hard only for satisfaction of sense gratification. That is Shudra, nothing else. He does hard work, but only for satisfaction of belly. And then there is no Brahmana to guide, no Kshatriya to guide him. Then Shudra also will. So everybody is practically like Shudra. This is the position. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected this process. Then gradually Ramananda Raya, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, Aage kahara, tell something more. Then he talked about bhakti, which is mixed with jnana, with karma, that yes, one should perform. In the past, people attained success of life by performing karma yoga. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected all of them also. Because don't speculate, give up that habit, and then namanta eva, become humble. Jnananta, namanta means namra, offering obeisances, just like we offer dandvat. In a surrendering spirit, then sannamukritam bhavadiyavartam. Try to hear about the Supreme Lord from realized souls. Sannamukritam, pure devotees of the Lord, not professional. one who has actually realized from him, you hear, meek and humble, without speculating mentality, then by this process, one can realize the Supreme Lord very easily. The Supreme Lord is called Ajita. Nobody can conquer him. But if one adopts this process, hearing from realized souls, in attitude of humbleness, then he can conquer the Ajita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted this process. Eha haya, aage kahara. Oh, this is nice. You see? So Prabhupada is saying this is very important. And very next Prabhupada says, therefore in our Krishna consciousness movement, it is to give chance to the people in general hearing about Krishna, that's all. This is what we are doing. This Krishna consciousness movement is for this. Giving chance to people somehow or other to hear about Krishna. How? Prabhupada is saying two ways. Either hearing Hare Krishna mantra or hearing Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. Hear about Krishna in meek and humble attitude. Then gradually everything will be revealed. Ata Shri Krishna Nama Dina Bhaved Grahyam Indre. Otherwise, you cannot. Sevon Mukhehi Jivahadau. Chant the name of Krishna, hear the name of Krishna, then it will be possible. You see? So this is very important. That means, in Kali Yuga, even though actually Varnashrama system was meant so that gradually they will develop their Krishna consciousness, but in Kali Yuga, because that is not possible, this is the process. Don't change your position, not required to change your position, but while remaining in your position, chant the holy name, hear the holy name and hear Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, hear Krishna Katha, then gradually Krishna consciousness will arouse in people. In one more very interesting lecture hearing, they are simply busy in some other duties. You see? So simply they are busy in different duties. They are not interested in hearing. And that is what we have to do. Somehow or other, we have to make them interested in hearing Krishna Katha. We have to make them interested in chanting the holy name, hearing the holy name. So, Prabhupada quotes about his Guru Maharaj, how he used to call this class of people. Not interested in hearing Krishna Katha. My Guru Maharaj, he used to say, one who was not interested in hearing, he used to call them Dandavat class. You see? Dandavat class. That means they're only interested, some saintly person is there, something like that, or they go to temple, only Dandavat. So they are Dandavat class. One who is not interested in hearing used to call him a Dandavat class of man. That means simply he knows how to make Dandavat. That's all. Anyone who will come to him, he would see whether he is Dandavat class or hearing class. So two class. Dandavat class and hearing class of people. He would segregate them. Dandavat is nice, but by offering Dandavat, if one does not develop the intent of hearing Shravanam, then he is not making very much progress. So we should not become Dandavat class, only offering obeisances. By offering obeisances, we have to develop Shravanam, attraction for hearing. That is important. Then he is not making very much progress. As you know, I was little interested in hearing. My Guru Maharaj, he accepted me as his disciple. He marked, this boy is interested in hearing. He does not go away. Actually, I do not know. I could not understand what he was speaking in the beginning. But still I was very much interested to hear him out of curiosity or something like that. So hearing is very important thing. You see? So Prabhupada is saying. So this is very important. So what is required is somehow or other Actually, Prabhupada wanted that these centers are a place where people can hear about Krishna. This is very, very important. So, apart from our practice, whatever we do, this is another important duties of devotees in Krishna consciousness. That we give chance to other people to hear about Krishna. Today's conversation was very interesting. Madhyamadhikari, actually, especially the devotees should be in preaching mood, Prabhupada says. They should come to the level, they should not remain Kanishtha. Only me and God, that is Kanishtha. And he doesn't bother about anyone else. We should come to the platform of Madhyama. Madhyama, Prabhupada says, is a preacher. And how does a preacher interact? It is very interesting. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains that. Goswamis have explained this. Very beautiful. So, there are 4 things a Madhyamadhikari sees. Yes, somebody can tell what are the 4 things Madhyamadhikari sees. Ishvara, the Supreme Lord. Okay. Then, Tad Adhineshu, those who are surrendered to the Lord. That means devotees. Then, Balisheshu, those who are innocent people. They are not yet surrendered, but they are innocent. Dishtasu cha, and envious people. So Prabhupada is saying we have to segregate. People may not like, but we have to tell, yes, some people are envious of God. And how he deals with all of them is also very nicely described. Who will tell? Ishvara, Prema. We have to learn to love the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then, Tad Adhineshu, Maitri, how to make friendship with them. Then, Balisheshu, to innocent, Kripa, yes, same thing. Kripa, we have to be merciful to them. To them we have to preach Krishna consciousness. And then, Upeksha, to Dishtasu, those who are envious, just neglect them. You see? Then we can become a preacher. So this is very interesting. So Prabhupada is saying, to behave with Ishvara Prema, how to love, that is his business. How to increase love for the Supreme, Prema. Maitri, how to make friendship with the devotee. And to the innocent, Kripa, how to become merciful. And to the envious, Upeksha, negligence, not to talk with them. 4 behavior. This is Madhyamadhikari, and the position of the preacher is Madhyamadhikari. This is the position of preacher. So, this is important that we understand that how to engage people in Krishna consciousness in Kali Yuga. This is the best method, that let them be engaged in whatever occupation they are engaged in. That does not matter. Prabhupada is saying one can be doctor, one can be engineer, one can be rascal, does not matter. But still we have to give them chance so that they can hear about Krishna, they can chant the holy name of Krishna, and gradually then they will be able to develop their Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, people are doing their duties. Devahuti is saying it is as good as dead. There is no life in that. So we'll stop with this. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.